This little infant just turned 2 months old recently. However, she lost her mother's love some 3 days after she was born. Her mother, Sanduni Madhushani, was admitted to the Peradeniya Teaching Hospital on the 2nd of April 2023 to deliver her second child. She was subject to a cesarean delivery the very next day in order to protect the lives of both mother and child and complete the delivery in a protective manner. Unfortunately, Sanduni's eyes, which closed after being administered with the anesthetic, never opened again. She was immediately rushed to the ICU of the Peradeniya Teaching Hospital, and it was reported that she was administered with the Indian manufactured anesthetic bupivacaine.
I was told that the baby was moved to the baby room and my daughter was moved to the ICU. My son-in-law was in tears the whole time and he was told to speak to her lovingly. He did as he was told. She passed away on the day we returned from a religious obligation. Doctors say they were not at fault and that low-quality medicine was imported. The person who carried out the post-mortem said that a medicine that was 85 rupees cheaper had been imported, thus resulting in this tragedy. 2 children lost their mother. The family is in ruins. The grandparents will take care of them as long as they live. The relatives cannot care for them because they have kids of their own.
This little girl will now have to receive mother's love from her aunt, who also recently delivered her own child.
The system needs to change so that no one else has to experience such a tragedy. The hospital only has low quality medicine. Justice needs to be served for the 2 children.
On the 15th of June, a principal who was admitted to the Peradeniya Teaching Hospital also died after being administered with the same anesthetic. When these concerns were raised on Monday, this was the response given by the chairman of the National Medicines Regulatory Authority.
This is like the issue of the folklore of Amal Bisu. You cannot find a house where a death has never occurred. There is an issue with a registered medicine and an unregistered medicine. Such incidents cannot be prevented.
The Association of Health Professionals said the NMRA is concealing the true nature of a serious issue by adopting various theories based on folklore.
We call this the Amal Bisu theory of the NMRA. If this theory is adopted in the future, we will not be able to locate a house that has not experienced a death due to low quality medicines. Though they speak of characters in the folk tales, the real characters have died. The NMRA chairman needs to understand the pain of the families of the deceased. Normal complications of a medicine and a deadly complications are 2 different things. Nowhere in the world would anyone allow to administer a medicine with deadly complications.
The Society of Government Pharmacists also commented.
Some assumed that only 2 deaths were reported. No, during this period, a pregnant mother and a principal died. This was occurred by improper management by the officials. If the use of the medicine continued, more deaths would have been reported.
The National Medicines Regulatory Authority noted that medicines can be imported without registration based on the emergency requirement.
According to the medical ordinance, if the Health Ministry or the Health Minister makes a request on urgency, we can import medicines without registration.
The All Ceylon Medical Government Medical Officers Association stressed that patient lives cannot be put at risk under any circumstances.
With regard to some of the unregistered medicines being used in the country, the health officials respond by stating the emergency requirements. Irrespective of the nature of the requirement, we cannot put patients' life at risk. The Health Ministry has shied away from its responsibilities for various reasons, including payouts. Our allegations against the Health Ministry is for the use of low-quality medicines.
However, the NMRA says that there are obstacles in testing medicines even if they are registered.
We cannot go for 100% quality. We have issues. When medicines are imported, random samples are taken for testing and quality inspection. We cannot do that in Sri Lanka because the cost is high and we do not have the laboratories. We do not have experts. Furthermore, we can stop this by conducting random tests.
අහඹු ලෙස පරීක්ෂා කළා කරොත් තමයි ඔක නවත්තන්න පුළුවන්.
Do you recall the NMRA data scam, where data stored in the government cloud was deleted? What happened to the investigation? Sri Lanka allocates a great deal of money for medicine regulation, and it spends the same amount on it as well. This is an issue that directly impacts people's lives. After the Sri Lankan economy collapsed due to untimely decision-making, some met with their close associates, citing a lack of funds to purchase medicines. What do those in responsible positions have to say now? This is what we have to say to Minister Kelly Rambukwala, who is seated in the subcommittee to prepare legislation on regulating broadcasters and advising on silencing the media that speaks on behalf of the people. Before you start advising the media, regulate the health sector.